Welcome back to Crypto Win Rate. Today we got a fun one for you. We are going through Hyperbeat, the main yield aggregator on the HyperEVM. Now, before we even get started, a lot of people are kind of confused what a yield aggregator is. So I asked ChatGPT to give us a nice direct definition. A yield aggregator dApp in DeFi automatically pools users' crypto assets and allocates them across different yield generating strategies like lending, staking, or farming to optimize returns. It saves users time and gas fees by auto compounding rewards and rebalancing positions for the best yields. So now we know exactly what yield aggregators do. This is the fifth video of a series where I've gone through 5 of the most popular dApps on the HyperEVM, talking about how to use them, doing a little tutorial, and as well showing you how to farm points for future airdrops. We have a lot to unpack here, so let's get started. This is the main page on Hyperbeat, the earn page. Now don't be fooled by the simple layout. Hyperbeat is a beast for yield farming on the HyperEVM, and it is my go-to spot for farming rewards. There are a couple different products that make up Hyperbeat. Here we have the Hyperbeat vaults, we have Morphobeat vaults, and then we have a borrowing and lending money market powered by Morpho over here. We also have a new feature on Hyperbeat, B-Hype, which is in the pre-market stage. It is their new staked hype. It has not been released yet. It is coming out at the end of August. We will get more into this when we review this section. There is a swap section where we can swap assets and also bridge assets. So if we would click here, we can actually bridge from other chains. There is also Hyperfolio. So all of your assets on the HyperEVM can be broken down in this page. There is Hearts, which is the points program that Hyperbeat runs. And on the top right, we have referrals as well. So that's a nice little overview of Hyperbeat. We're going to start off in the Hearts section, talk about the points program a bit. Hyperbeat gives out hearts for interacting in different ways with the platform. You can see that it will track your hearts from week to week, and we can see the leaderboard down here. And as well, if you wanted to search an address, you can also check that out here. Just going through Hyperbeat a little bit, we can find different spots where we can earn hearts. For example, if we were providing to the Hyperbeat USD vault, we have down here hearts. We can see in staking, we are earning hearts in rewards. So you aren't earning hearts for everything you do on Hyperbeat. You just have to see if what you are doing has a heart icon next to it. Now let's talk about the Hyperbeat earn products. So we have 2 different vaults here, right? We have the Hyperbeat vaults and the Morphobeat vaults. Hyperbeat vaults are specifically on Hyperliquid. They're designed to unlock yield opportunities on the HyperEVM, offering high base yields, optimizing liquidity, and greater capital flexibility. The vaults are covering a wide spectrum of risk, tranches, and automated DeFi strategies on the HyperEVM. We'll go specifically into these rewards in a second, but first, I just want to also explain Morphobeat vaults. Now, Morphobeat vaults let you deposit a single asset like Hype or USDTO, and Morpho automatically spreads your funds across multiple lending markets to earn yield. Now we're going to dig under the hood for some of these vaults. My favorite vault is the Hyperbeat USDT vault. We can see there's about 87 million in total deposits, and right now the supply APY is almost 27%. Let's just click in. We can see the assets that we can deposit. When we deposit these assets, we will be getting HB USDT. How it works, we deposit USDTO, USDE, USR, and USDHL. Assets are dynamically managed to provide the best risk-adjusted return on your USDTO, earn yield plus rewards from the HyperEVM ecosystem. We can see all the different rewards that we can earn from depositing into this vault. We have Hearts, we have HyperFi, we have HyperSwap, we have Athena, we have Resolve points for USR, we have Felix points, and we have HyperLend points. So just with this one deposit, we are potentially exposing ourselves to 7 different points programs, which is pretty incredible. We see the TVL has gone from 2 million on May 22nd to right now at 87 million now. And unfortunately, the APY data is not available yet, but hopefully they will run that out soon. Hyperbeat takes a 1% platform fee and a 20% performance fee, prorated based on how long your funds remain in the vault. So the way the vault works is you deposit one of these stablecoin assets, and in return you get HB USDT, and it is yield bearing. There are no tokens that you have to claim. It automatically compounds back into the token and slowly grows, just like staked USDE or staked USDS. And we can see one HB USDT is now worth about 1.018503 USDTO. What's great about this is once you have the HB USDT token, it is liquid, so you can actually borrow against it. So I'll show you a strategy that I've been using with HB USDT once we get to the borrow section. Now there are two different ways you can withdraw it. You can do an instant redemption, but it's subject to a 0.5% early withdrawal fee. And there is a classic redemption where your withdrawal will be processed within 2 working days with no slippage or penalty. So that's what you need to know about HB USDT. I am going to deposit into the vault so I can show you how the liquid token works in a second. I just also quickly want to show you a couple other vaults and go over the Morphobeat vaults as well. So these other vaults are all very similar to Hyperbeat USDT. They just are using different tokens. So the Hyperbeat Ultra Hype, we can click on that. We can see it's farming similar points, but a couple different rewards, and the deposit asset is Hype. So those are the two Hyperbeat vaults that I'm going to show you. Again, there are others and you can check them out yourself. Let's just quickly look at a Morphobeat vault. For example, a Gauntlet USDTO vault. We can see that it has 215 million deposited, and right now the supply APY is 11.8%. This vault is deployed by Morpho across multiple lending markets. So that is where this APY comes in, and we can see for rewards, we are earning hearts. And here we can actually see what strategies Morpho is using to allocate your lent USDTO. So that's a nice little overview of this section here. Now what I'm going to show you is how we can use HB USDT in the borrowing and lending section to potentially optimize our supply APY and qualify for even more rewards. So let's head here. I am going to deposit. I have $8.24. Again, the amount doesn't matter. It's just I want to show you the strategy. Confirm that. Okay, so now I have HB USDT. Now let's head over to the borrow section. These are isolated markets powered by Morpho, meaning that each of these markets has their own supply and demand and their own liquidity. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of borrowing and lending, as I did do a video on Hyperlend where I do break it down. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to that video if you'd like to learn more about lending and borrowing. What I am going to do now is show you how we're going to optimize our HB USDT. So what we're going to do is look for markets with HB USDT as collateral. So we see here one, HB USDT and USR. The borrow rate is 3.97 right now. Liquidity is 1.24 million. We also have HB USDT here where we are borrowing USDE. The liquidity is 239,000. The borrow rate is 6.91%. And we also have HB USDT and USDTO with the borrow rate being 13.27% right now. Again, these are isolated markets, so the borrowing APY will fluctuate. But for the sake of this video, we are going to go with HB USDT and the USDE market. So we're going to click on that. We can see I have 8 HB USDT about, and we are going to borrow USDE using this right here. As HB USDT is a stable asset, we can borrow a little closer to the LTV maximum. For me, I think a health ratio of 1.15 or a liquidation price of 89 cents gives a nice buffer room in case HB USDT might lose its peg. Just so we're clear, right now HB USDT is about $1 and a little bit. For our position to be liquidated, it would have to fall to 89 cents. So we just got to approve the collateral. Confirm that. Just processing. And now what we are basically doing is that $8 that we have in HB USDT that is collateral is still earning that 27%. And now we are borrowing USDE at a 6.91% APY. And we're going to take that USDE now and we are going to redeposit it back into the Hyperbeat vault. So we're going to loop this. So we're earning 27% on our original HB USDT. We can see it right here. 824 is what the HB USDT is worth. And now we are going to deposit our borrowed USDE into that vault. By doing this, we are improving our APY And we are growing the rewards that we are earning because we are now depositing more money. Deposit is successful. So this is what you call a very profitable looping strategy right now. Again, this could change, right? The borrowing could be higher. The APY for HB USDT could be lower. But I'm talking about right now, this is a very profitable strategy that I have been implementing. Next, I'm going to talk about the new staking option on Hyperbeat. The staked hype is called bHype. It is powered by EtherFi. It is in the pre-deposit phase. We can see the accepted assets, the 2.2% APY you'd be earning. There's 64.64 million in TVL for bHype. The pre-release vault capacity is 25 million hype. Phase 1 is live. Deposit wrapped hype into the vault before the 2.5 million hype cap is reached to earn your share of 10 million hearts. Withdrawals remain open during this phase. Depositors can earn their share of 10 million hearts on a block by block basis. So as I said earlier in the video, bHype is releasing at the end of August. But until then, if you deposit into the bHype vault, you won't be getting any liquid tokens back yet, but you will be earning a share of these 10 million hearts as a reward for pre-depositing. The one disclaimer I'd give you is if you do deposit into the pre-deposit vault and you do want to withdraw, the withdrawals are subject to a processing period and may take up to 9 days to complete. That's in the documentation. And the reason for this is due to the unstaking time on Hypercore. Next, we are going to check out the swapping section. This is a swap and bridge powered by OpenOcean. We can see all the different chains that we can bridge from to the HyperEVM. And we can also see the different assets on the HyperEVM that we could swap with. I'm not going to get into swapping or bridging in this video, but I did make a video on how to swap via HyperSwap, as well as how to bridge to the HyperEVM via different bridge options. So I'm going to leave a link to both of those videos in the description if you want to check that out. And that pretty much does it for my review / walkthrough of Hyperbeat. We already saw what the Hyperfolio is. As for the referral, I am going to leave a link in the description to this video. If you do want to check out Hyperbeat, feel free to use our link with our code. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe to Crypto Winright. We also have a website at cryptowinright.com where we have lots of crypto content and tons of educational guides for you to sift through. If you want to get a 4% discount on Hypercore trading fees, click the link in the description to create a Hyperliquid account. This link will apply code, which makes you eligible for that 4% discount fee. I appreciate your time and bye for now.